Well, the cat is out of the bag, the entire internet is reacting, and I couldn't be more happy to say that Super Saiyan 4 is finally a part of the canon Dragon Ball story thanks to Dragon Ball Daima. And thank God we didn't get spoiled ahead of time. I would have had to put somebody through a wall over this one. But we're finally here. Super Saiyan 4 Goku's official debut into the greater Dragon Ball story couldn't have been more exciting, and I'm sure you guys, much like myself, still have a ton of questions. I've watched episode 18 of Daima about 40 times now because I'm just a fiend over Super Saiyan 4 like that, but there were a few things I noticed that are worth pointing out that I didn't see after my initial breakdown for the episode a few days ago. The differences between this form in Dragon Ball Daima and the original form in Dragon Ball GT may be subtle, but they're definitely there, and I feel like now more than ever that Dragon Ball Daima is an ode to GT fans. Super Saiyan 4 Goku has changed Dragon Ball forever, and in this video we're gonna explore exactly what happened to Goku and what it means for the future of Dragon Ball as a whole. If you guys haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn those notifications on so you never miss an upload, and consider leaving a like on the video for more exclusive anime, Dragon Ball, and comic content. But without further ado, fellas, let's see exactly what this new canon Super Saiyan 4 transformation really is. Dragon Ball Daima episode 18 just broke the internet by debuting Super Saiyan 4 in a way that nobody expected. Just an episode prior, Super Saiyan 3 Goku made his way onto the scene in Daima, and a couple of weeks back, we got to see Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta as well, but now things have changed. In episode 18, after Super Saiyan 3 Goku is easily overwhelmed by Supreme Demon King Goma, Neva steps over and gives him a little more than a simple power-up. In my last video, I mentioned how what Neva did to Goku initially seemed like a more potent version of the power-up that he gave to Tamagami number 2, who was battling Vegeta a couple of episodes ago, but it's a bit deeper than that. This was more than just a power-up and healing him. As we saw from the episode, Neva used his magic to literally mutate Goku's genetic makeup, pretty much inducing the stressful emotional state that allows Saiyans to evolve, centering around his heart, and this is why we got that look into not only Goku's inner psyche, but also his anatomy as well. Because of the genetic mutation, Goku's body instantly grew more muscular, he sprouted fur all over the place, and even regrew his tail somehow. And while this was an induced transformation by Neva's power and magic that allowed Goku's body to do this, there are a couple of small details within the episode that hint as to exactly what kind of transformation this is, but also a few obvious areas where Super Saiyan 4 in this capacity differs from the original version in Dragon Ball GT. In Dragon Ball GT, we learned that a Super Saiyan 4 is the direct result of a golden great ape, which is the Super Saiyan version of a great ape and then regaining conscious control over the form. Now, this obviously doesn't apply in the canon version surrounding this form, as we've seen no great apes or golden great apes in Dragon Ball Daima whatsoever, so while this was a really cool property of the original Super Saiyan 4, this being written out makes it seem a little more accessible to the other Saiyans, right? We would also learn that Blutz waves, a type of energy source emitted from celestial bodies like the full moon, which is what turned the Saiyans into great apes when they had a tail, were required to undergo the transformation into a Super Saiyan 4, which is the reason why Vegeta needed that special machine to do it. However, Goku was a special case, which is why he was the only one able to transform at will. In Daima, however, at least right now, it seems to be a transformation based specifically off the genetic mutation a Saiyan undergoes while their heart is under extreme emotional stress. Kind of like, but not identical to, what happened with Gohan against Cell Max when he went Beast, or even Vegeta when he first underwent Ultra Ego. It seems like everyone's circumstances and results are unique and different, but Neva's magic almost certainly played a role in the specifics that we saw as well. Another point of contention is the colors that Goku is sporting in this new canon Super Saiyan 4 form also. Are you guys a fan of all of the red? I've seen in the comment section that a lot of you, myself included, miss the black hair that the original Super Saiyan 4 had, but I guess we just, gotta be out with the old and in with the new. Personally, this is probably the one thing that I'd like to change about Super Saiyan 4 because the black hair just contrasted so well with the bright red fur, but if we take a closer look, is there something else here? In my last video, I also mentioned that the shade of red that they use for Super Saiyan 4 Goku's fur, hair, and eyes is almost identical to Dragon Ball Super's Super Saiyan God. I also asked if maybe this meant that there might be some connection between Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan 4, especially seeing as how Neva had direct involvement in Goku's mutation. I of course cannot take full credit for this line of thinking because I've also seen other creators and people in the community share the same curiosity, but after watching the episode back so many times, this claim gets put to rest with a single line proving that this isn't a god form in any capacity. After Goku's transformation finished and everybody was all stunned at his new power, Piccolo would go on to make the statement, "What incredible ki." Now, this line alone proves to us that Piccolo, and by proxy I'm sure the others as well, were able to sense Goku's ki in this new form, and as we all know by now, at this point in time they had no way of sensing or even being aware of God ki to the extent that they are in Dragon Ball Super. So with all of that in mind and how Goku was even able to achieve this form in the first place, would that make it almost like the opposite of a god form? Super Saiyan 4, or demonic Super Saiyan rather, seeing as how Neva, who is directly tied to the demon realm in more ways than one, and his influence was needed to achieve a mutation like this? This could be another solid theory as well. I don't know yet, I'm just speculating here at this point. I think one of the more interesting things moving forward though is going to be seeing if Goku is able to harness this power again after having one round in this transformation. In the past, most notably in Dragon Ball Super, we've seen Goku access transformations that he first experienced through less than natural means, like Super Saiyan God. Again, not to conflate the two at all because they are very apparently different transformations. If you remember back when Goku was battling Beerus after the Super Saiyan God ritual, there was this point in time where Goku didn't even realize that he was no longer a Super Saiyan God, but still felt access to the same strength and power he was just using moments ago. Additionally, Goku would even continue to use Super Saiyan God throughout Dragon Ball Super without the need to do the God ritual over and over again every single time. Although the circumstances surrounding both Super Saiyan 4 and Super Saiyan God are vastly different, a similar situation could present itself for the future of Goku utilizing Super Saiyan 4 as well, since his body was able to momentarily adapt to this new form while in battle. Being as far as we are in Dragon Ball Super, it's kinda hard to come up with a scenario or explanation in story as to why we haven't seen this form yet outside of it being tied specifically to the demon realm and magic, so maybe it's possible that even after experiencing the power for as long as he did, Goku is lost as to how to replicate that same genetic mutation stemming from his emotional distress. Besides the moral arc, I don't think Goku has been in a super emotionally stressful situation, and while it would have been cool to see glimpses of this form here, the progress that Goku made with Ultra Instinct in this arc was far more significant. And Super Saiyan 4 not being a god form would have made battling Moro, who, had just absorbed Merit's Ultra Instinct, extremely difficult. The power Goku showed in this form in Dragon Ball Daima was extremely impressive and obviously far stronger than Super Saiyan 3, but just how strong this new power is yet to be seen. Unfortunately, Super Saiyan 4 wasn't enough to overcome Goma, who is surprisingly powerful after merging with the third eye. I mean, I'm actually shocked at how resilient he is, but that just goes to show that magic in Dragon Ball is not to be underestimated. If a brand new transformation in Super Saiyan 4 Goku still wasn't enough to bring this guy down, then I think you guys know the only option that's left at this point. I've been referencing this for weeks now, but if whatever wish Glorio made doesn't just zap Goma out of existence, then it might be time to do the thing. I do think that Glorio wished everyone back to their normal size at the end of episode 18, but this still won't be enough to just up and defeat Goma. I do think that they're still gonna have to end up fusing at the end of the day. Will a new fusion show off all of these forms that we've seen over the past couple of weeks, or will this be another one of those situations where the fusion is just so powerful that they don't even need to go past Super Saiyan? I don't know, I can't wait to see. Super Saiyan 4 in the canon Dragon Ball story has changed things forever. After 28 years, we can finally say that Super Saiyan 4 is canon, and it has nothing to do with how anyone feels about GT. In Toriyama's final animated Dragon Ball series that he created before he passed, he gave us lore and world building for the Demon Realm, Namekians, the Kais, a new set of Dragon Balls, Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, and Super Saiyan 4 Goku. How you can ever fix your mouth to say that this man isn't the GOAT is just blasphemy at this point, even if you think it's fan service. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video, and remember that a lot of this is still purely speculation until we see official statements, whether it be from producers themselves or within the Dragon Ball story in regards to this new form. I mean, we still don't even know what the official name is yet. We're all just going with Super Saiyan 4 because of the obvious aesthetic. It's obvious what they were doing with this form, and I'm fairly certain that this is Super Saiyan 4 to some capacity. Down below in the comments, let me know what you guys think of this new form after sitting on it for a few more days and watching the episode back a bunch of times. I know you guys have been doing it just like me. This has been one of the most memorable moments in all of Dragon Ball for me, and it's still really hard to process and believe that this actually happened. I know you guys are just as hyped as I am, and we still have even more surprises in store for the conclusion of Dragon Ball Daima. Dragon Ball Super Chapter 104 is this week, so even though we've been in such a drought outside of Daima lately, it seems like the universe is finally correcting itself and we're back in the right timeline. Down below in the comments, let me know the things you like and even dislike about the canon Super Saiyan 4 transformation, even if, like me, it's just the fact that the hair isn't black anymore. Like I said, that's the only thing that I would realistically change. Anyways, have a great day, and I'm gonna see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.